noches, California. ¿Cómo estás? Buenas gracias, Alex. Buenos días, Darwin. ¿Cómo estás?
Teaching techniques such as gestures, voice inflection, repetition, song, and dance, as well as visual aids, enhance the learning process and help make it easier for the younger students to understand.
Hay dos es.
Manos arriba, después Mary. ¿Quién está listo? Charlie, ve.
Taco tiene café.
¿Tiene color café? Sí, otra vez. Sí, lo escucho.
Es un árbol.
Muy bien.
La muñeco de nieve es grande.
¿Es la o es el?
El muñeco de nieve.
Es grande porque es un muñeco. ¿Sí? Es como un sueño.
This is the morning activity, and it's all about speaking and being comfortable and using different visuals and, modeling and getting them to use their Spanish instead of me giving cues all the time.
Immersion education in the United States typically has 3 goals. First and foremost, it's important to families that students are able to achieve academically in all content areas. So the first goal is grade level achievement in content areas, academic achievement. The second goal of an immersion program is to build functional proficiency in a second language at no expense to the learner's English language development. So immersion programs aren't there to replace the native English that the learner brings to the classroom, but rather to build on it. The third common goal of an immersion program is the goal of enhanced intercultural understanding, so that parents and families, learners, schools are interested in building the learner's global understanding and sense of themselves in this intercultural global world that we belong to. So in a nutshell, those are the 3 goals of immersion education: academic achievement, language proficiency in English and the immersion language, and the third, enhanced intercultural understanding.
It's fun for me to learn a new language because then I can go to other cities, look at the cities, and talk with other people. It is kind of like I'm learning a new culture, and it's like I'm going to a new world or something. Pienso que es más difícil porque los vocales siempre dicen otra cosa y el español todos los vocales dicen la misma cosa.
I kind of want to be a lawyer so then I can use my second language and then I can also help people who need help not knowing that second language.
E lo Squimby che subía por la rampa del garaje. ¡Adiós! Gritó Ramona poniéndose al abrigo.
It takes teachers who are entirely fluent, native-like speakers of the immersion language, so that the highest level of the language is being modeled to the students. By the middle of first grade, students are expected to use the immersion language during school. In the upper elementary grades, students are completely comfortable communicating in the immersion language.
¿Ustedes les ha gustado una experiencia que han tenido que les ha gustado? ¿Sí?
Que era blanca y nos estaba pintando allí y nosotros teníamos todos los colores y nosotros solo estábamos como tirando toda la pintura en una papel. Estábamos peleando, pero unos de mis primos estaban jugando al Xbox. Yo y mi primo Pina estábamos peleando y yo miré y mi gato estaba en su espalda como esto y yo necesitaba agarrarlo. Yo pensaba que murió, pero no murió.
Another important aspect of immersion education is that it parallels the curriculum of the local district. For example, if you have a curriculum in Spanish, the students are not learning the curriculum of Spain or Mexico, but rather the curriculum that all the other schools in that district are following. In an immersion program, daily homework is assigned in the immersion language. The homework is not based on new information, but builds on what students studied in school that day. Time is given in the classroom to begin the assignment and ask any questions that may come up.
Sometimes when we're using really complex words, it's a little difficult, but our teachers let us ask what the words mean.
The best way parents can support students at home is to make sure they do their daily homework, and by encouraging them to read books in English at home as well.
One of the common concerns of parents that are first exploring an immersion program is they have questions about whether or not they themselves need to be proficient users of the immersion language in order to be able to support the immersion language development of their child. Parents can rest assured that that is not a requirement. In fact, the vast majority of immersion parents do not speak the target language or the immersion language. There are many ways that parents can support the learner's success by becoming actively involved in the PTO, actively involved in the school community at large.
The majority of the parents don't speak the language, but your focus as a parent would be the English part of it.
Initially, a big concern is whether or not the English language development of the child will be jeopardized or handicapped in any way by the nature of the instructional environment where such a large percentage of the instruction is occurring through the medium of a second language.
I kind of had reservations because I wasn't sure how they would. I was like, well, how are they going to learn English? And if they're only, being taught in Spanish, what's going to happen to the English part of it?
We know, for example, from research that there's enhanced English language development because the learner has been exposed to another language and they have a heightened level of awareness and sensitivity towards language development, and there's been a positive kickback to their English language development.
La D dice D. Tres veces. D. Adam, la E dice E. Este niño toca piano los lunes. ¡Stefano! Esta niña habla mucho español. Este niño es muy bueno en español también. Y tiene una hermana en cuarto o quinto grado, no estoy segura. ¿Qué número es? ¿Qué número es? 9. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? English? Excelente. Hay 4 rojos y 5 verdes. Digan todos. 4 rojos. 5 verdes. Otra vez. 4 rojos y 5 verdes. Muy bien. Muy difícil. Chayana. 10. No, it's more fast here. Muy fácil? No. Yes. It's like okay, ¿qué número es? 10. ¿Por qué? 1, 2, 3, chop. 1, 2, 3, chop. 1, chocolate, chocolate, bate, bate, chocolate. Más rápidos podemos hacer. Sí. ¿Listo? 1, 2, 3, cho, 1, 2, 3, co, 1, 2, 3, la, 1, 2, 3, que, chocolate, chocolate, bate, bate, chocolate, 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 bate, bate, chocolate.